everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am a little bit late on this, but the Bridgerton season 3 trailer dropped this week. I am in the middle of moving house, which, if the background didn't kind of give it away, I announced, well, kind of updated everybody on Instagram this week. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, please do. It's at Charlotte Finesse Writer. It's all the links are in the description box. But yeah, it's been going on since November as this house move, and I haven't said anything up till now because obviously I wanted to wait until everything was absolutely finalised. We move tomorrow, so I think things are pretty final now. So basically everything's kind of packed up, and I wasn't intending to do any kind of reaction video, but then Bridgerton season 3 trailer drops, and also I had a couple of comments from people, both from family and people who follow me, saying, are you going to react to the Bridgerton season 3 trailer? So I decided to. So this is a very quick trailer reaction. Now, full disclosure, I have already seen the trailer because, like I say, I wasn't necessarily intending to do a season reaction trailer. Season trailer reaction video. Jesus, I'm trying to talk too fast. So I've already seen it, but I do have a lot of thoughts. So we'll go through it together as we always do. I'll pop it up here in the corner. We'll go through it together, and I will, tell you basically what I think of it.
Dearest Gentle Reader, we have been apart for far too long.
She looks so beautiful. I mean, Nicola Coughlan is beautiful anyway, but yeah, she just looks incredible in this season. And I love the fact here that Netflix are saying, Dear Gentle Reader, we've been apart for far too long. And I think it's such a clever way to acknowledge, it kind of breaks the fourth wall, but in the best kind of way, because we are the gentle readers, and also obviously there are the gentle readers within the Bridgerton world as well. And it's like, we've been apart for far too long. It's so clever. It's such a clever way of acknowledging the fact that there's been a gap in the seasons, but also tying it into the storyline as well. Very clever.
At last, London's fashionable set has made its return.
That is the new Francesca, the new actor who's playing Francesca. I'm really interested to see what her character's like this season.
And it seems that our bon ton is moving with the changing tide. So
I'm interested in this. I'm interested in the Eloise and Cressida friendship. Obviously in season 2, Eloise and Penelope fell out, and I'm going to be honest, I haven't managed to get to that portion again in season 2. I'm rewatching season 2 as quick as I can. I'm kind of skipping through the Anthony and Kate scenes because obviously we know what happened there. But to familiarise myself with like all of the peripheral characters, I'm just kind of trying to very quickly skim back through the seasons, and I can't really remember what caused Penelope and Eloise to fall out. But I know it was like a really big fallout. So there's obviously something around that. Either, I don't know if Eloise is trying to like make Penelope jealous, or whether she's just trying to forge this kind of new life for herself is Eloise. I don't know, but I'm very interested to see that develop.
Who is this author?
I cannot live at home any longer. I must take a husband.
Does my lady have a suitor in mind?
Is that a brother? Colin? Brother, under what foreign sun did you apparently get so sturdy?
That's such a funny scene. I just think it's brilliant. Like, I love the fact that there's 3 older brothers who all interact with each other. They're just such great characters, and I love that sturdy, just the way they say it, and then them all giggling in the carriage together. It's such a great scene. But it's true. I mean, this is one of the things that I think quite a lot of people have spoken about before, is how the Bridgerton creators, Shonda Rhimes and Shondaland Media and stuff, managed to create this transformation in actors. And they've done it with each season. You know, you'll have a character who's a little bit of like a background character. They're not really paid much attention to things like costume and hair and makeup and all the kind of stuff that makes them suddenly appear, centre stage when their story comes around. And it's just, but they seem to do it in like off screen as well. So you'll see like Colin will just suddenly, in the press and the PR leading up to the season, will suddenly just appear more kind of buff. And it's an interesting one. I don't know how much of their kind of contracts are determined like off screen. I'm sure that most actors will have kind of like instructions and things that they have to do off screen around the contract, you know, kind of tied into their contract within that show. It'd be really interesting to know what their kind of contracts, obviously we'll never know, what their kind of off screen contracts are like.
Oh, it's good to see you.
Is it?
Something wrong?
Seems as though every Bridgerton was born to attract notice. For some of us, notice is very slapped.
It's the husband, is what we see.
I am hoping that there isn't going to be any kind of insinuation in this show that people don't like her because she's big. Because A, she's not big. She is bigger than some of the other actors who are playing the women in the show, but she is not big. And yeah, I wonder if it's something about the fact that she's a Featherington and like the fact that they're supposed to be quite crass not crass, that's probably the wrong word, but like their behaviour is a certain way that a lot of people in the Bon Ton are like they're a bit of an odd family, and I'm hoping that that's what they're insinuating, is it's because of her connection as a Featherington, rather than it being like, oh, she's fat so nobody will be interested in her, because it's just such a ridiculous notion, is that. It's a ridiculous story, and it's something that comes up time and time and time and time again in Hollywood, in movies, in music, in any of these kind of creative things. It's almost like if you're big, you can't find love or you can't do different things, and it's ridiculous. It's absolutely stupid. But yeah, I'm hoping that's not going to be like that.
Help you? Are we not friends?
Friends.
I should like to see your skills as they are first.
How delightful to see you all. This splendid weather we are having.
I love that bit. I absolutely love that bit. I mean, it's very cliche, but then again, I feel like quite a lot of Bridgerton storylines are quite cliche, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to enjoy it, you know. Why does she have to be bad at flirting? You know, but it's funny, so it's fine.
Lost cause.
You must not say such things. You are Penelope Featherington, do not forget that.
She's not seeking a husband in you, I hope.
The sets and the locations look amazing. I mean, they're always set in really beautiful buildings, but it feels like in this season they've maybe gone for more of filming in actual locations versus filming on sets and like doing bits of CGI in the background.
Since when are you worried about Penelope?
I love that moment. I love it when the tempo changes and the music changes, and it goes from being very fun and lighthearted to being more serious. I love that in the trailer. I thought that was a really, really good moment. And also, I've not shown it really there, but the part when Eloise is like, I hope she's not setting her cap at you. Like, I'm really, really interested to see their relationship and what happens with Penelope and Eloise this season, because I think it's going to be some like sparks flying between them two, and not in like a romantic way, obviously.
What to be true is that diamonds are not the only gems that sparkle.
That green dress. I love that moment. A lot of people are saying that this scene where Eloise turns up and she's in the green gown, not Eloise, sorry, Penelope, turns up and she's in the green gown and she's kind of reinvented herself with her outfit, is the Cinderella story with Hilary Duff moment, where she comes in and she takes off her cape and she's got that beautiful Cinderella. It is a Cinderella moment, isn't it? When you come into the ball late, but you're dressed amazing. That's the story really there. But yeah, fun moment.
Lord Dabbling. He is eager to take a wife this season.
You look especially beautiful tonight, Miss Featherington.
I like him. I like the look of Lord Deblin. I like the look of him. And controversially, unless something's obviously, I've never read the books. I've never seen the book. I've never read the book, so I don't know what happens. Obviously, she's probably going to end up with Colin, because that's what happens. It's a very predictable love story, is Bridgerton. I kind of want her to end up with Lord Devlin at the moment. And I don't want this to be like a Tamlin Rhysand Akatar moment, but I kind of want her to be with Lord Devlin at the moment. But we'll see. It's not going to happen, is it?
I've done very well, Penelope.
What more could you want?
Mother, do you believe the best foundation for love is friendship?
It is rare, but you must follow your heart.
say, from this trailer, I'm a little bit frustrated with Colin's character because it's like Penelope was the toy that he kept putting down, and he'd come back and he'd have a little play with the toy and then he'd put it down, and then he'd come back and all of his relationship with Penelope was very much like on his terms. When he was bothered to deal with her, he came and talked to her and stuff. And now, because she's been picked up by somebody else, and I'm comparing her to an object and comparing her to a toy, I don't mean to do that, but that's the best analogy really, is that now that her attention has been diverted, now that there's another man who is interested in her, suddenly, all of a sudden he's like, oh, I don't like that. And it's like, if it was me, it's like, why don't you go for the guy, Lord Devlin, who actually has found you as you are and is taking you as you are, not the guy who's like completely overlooked you for years and insulted you at the end of season 2, saying that he'd never consider marrying you. It's like, I don't know. I think Colin's got some real brownie points to win for me this season before I'll let him get away with Penelope's heart.
What is the primary force that guides us along our paths?
Penelope.
Is it our minds or our hearts?
So we've got part 1 on the 16th of May, part 2 on the 13th of June. So I'm gonna have a busy May in terms of period dramas, because Shard Lake has finally been announced for the 1st of May. So I'm going to be watching that, and then I'll release a reaction video to that as soon as I can after it comes out. I'm literally going to binge the series. And then as soon as this comes around, I'll be watching this from May the 16th, and then I'll get a reaction up at the end of the season, at the end of the first half of the season. So yeah, I'm going to have a lot to watch. It's exciting. Yeah, what do I think overall? I think my biggest takeaway is that it feels like they've made a lot more effort with the storylines this time. I wasn't shy about saying that I was pretty disappointed with season 2 of Bridgerton. And I really was. The main storyline, the love between Anthony and Kate, I just wasn't really, it wasn't the kind of love story that I'm attracted to, but that's fine. I felt a lot of the peripheral characters were a bit like, it just underwhelmed me a lot. I found it very underwhelming. So this time around, season 3, I actually am really intrigued. And I'm hoping it's not going to be too cliche. I'm hoping they've thrown some surprises in there. I'm hoping that the producers and the writers have thought a little bit about things like Queen Charlotte that were really successful, and have thought a little bit more and put more thought and care into this particular season, just to not make it too boring and make it a little bit kind of spicy. Not spicy that way, but like just spice it up a little bit. So yeah, overall, I would say I'm at about like a 9 out of 10 in terms of excitement and anticipation. I am looking forward to this. So that's it. That's my reaction. That's my thoughts. Like I say, very excited. Intrigued to see how they portray Pen's kind of story in trying to court, and really hoping we're not going to get fat shaming in this one. I'm really hoping that Colin redeems himself. Overall, I'm just really excited for it. So yeah, let me know what you think. Are you excited? What are you most looking forward to? And yeah, I'll be back soon with the reaction to the actual season. And in the meantime, watch out for the Shard Lake stuff. So yeah, do subscribe if you're not already, all that good stuff. And I will see you in my next video. Okay.